So when last we left off with our intrepid adventurers, what happened with you guys? Seems like you had a pretty interesting time.
Well, the temple that burnt down, or chapel, or whatever it was, opened up some sort of tunnel thing that we followed, and then we found a mushroom-covered portal and then Leaf started eating the mushrooms around the portal, and that somehow
Just
led
one
to a shadow dragon trying to kill him.
demon.
Sorry, not
Demon?
shadow dragon, shadow demon.
Mm-hmm.
And we spent most of the fight making sure that um, Leaf was not knocked unconscious.
Yeah.
Me and the demon go way back. He was just trying to give me a hug.
Definitely a few times. And you kept trying to say no. But after some time, you managed to take care of the demon.
And Brenna has a bat cloak.
Yeah. I believe Leaf got to see a little bit of a vision with Brenna, and then I believe report that to Halbarad.
Yeah, Leaf is a strange character.
Mm-hmm. But it left some questions about your religion. And you found a collection of magic items. All almost seeming to match up with some of Leaf's previous adventuring party, it seems. And then you guys took a peaceful rest.
We found a ring of animal influence, quiver of Alana, a ruby of the war mage, and a cloak of the bat.
Yes.
Yeah, a completely peaceful rest without any visions whatsoever.
No,
Also,
and
I don't remember
nobody
butting
made
in.
any deals with any weird, bound, powerful magic creatures at all.
That would never happen with this party. Come on.
Never.
Right, guys?
Sure. Yeah.
He knows he just
I know
has
what
to
you're talking about.
angle something in front of me and I'll bite.
Bo has made a deal with a Pomeranian.
To
You
supply.
didn't even have the bait this time, Leaf.
I mean, Leaf also got a bit of a vision themselves, talking to themselves. Talking with myself. Oh, oh, oh. The collective boars inside of you speaking to you to try and give you some hints about the greater path that you've been on. But now, I believe we are opening up our session with you guys going back to the city to report in about your findings. Is that correct?
So, about that, when you say that there's a big skull with horns, how big of a skull are we talking?
Like a huge creature's skull with horns.
So, like 2 or 3 feet in radius, or bigger than that.
The horns would be bigger, but the skull itself, yes. Because we're talking two massive, I mean, we're talking like Tim Curry Lord of Darkness horns coming off of this skull.
So it would look something like when Thor brought back Surtur's helm.
Yes. Yes, it
From the
would.
carrot. Okay. Okay, very inconspicuous then. That's fine.
Yeah. It's kind of weird that it was buried here. And then that this sort of thing seemed to draw the church. It was built on top.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Does anyone have like a cloth, or could we find like a large cloth or something that we could drape over it as we carry it back to town?
You can't have my cape.
Does anyone have a tent? Or a canopy or something like that?
I have a
do not.
bedroll. I do have a tent.
Ah,
But it's a halfling size tent.
I
I
give you a halfling-sized kick in the shin.
I would say
You kick
that
that high?
a tent would give enough room to be able to essentially fashion a sled or drag with it.
okay. Yeah, I think something like that. And maybe we could find like a few strong branches, make kind of like a a sled with, because like we all should have some rope,
Oh yeah.
so we could make like a makeshift sled like that and have the canvas over the skull.
Yeah. Roll me
I
survival.
guess,
We'll say that multiple helping I'll give advantage.
thank you.
I imagine as an ex-sailor, I would be pretty good at knot tying.
I would
Okay.
hope in this situation. And that's why we're giving sister.
Not tying
bad.
what?
Not tying Brenna up. Heyo!
You managed to tie a pretty
I'll get you
good
into.
makeshift like, sled for it to be able to at least drag it behind you. So that if not one of you, two of you should be able to get it to town fairly easily without slowing you down too much.
Mm-hmm. I'm guessing with Uquad we could have like a length of rope over our shoulders each and like that without too much issue.
Exactly.
Worst comes to worst, I could turn into an axe beak and pull it.
Yeah, you
I
could.
mean that's an option.
Only if you make chocobo noises the entire time for us.
Oh, you bet. Leaf gets to actually be able to talk in his normal voice, so you can.
Damn you, 2024 edition! Ruining all our fun, letting druids talk.
I mean you could
Can we
use
homebrew that
your
they can't,
normal
and then
rope.
make sure that Leaf stays wild shaped the whole time?
Because then he'll stay a spider, and we don't need that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we dragging this thing, or you want me to pull it?
To say, how far away are we? Even with 2 druids at this level, that's only 4 hours of chocobo.
Yeah, no, it's not that bad. That's what I mean. You guys are just going from the house of eternal sacrifice that's burned down here to town.
Like, oh my god, Bo. We could do a chocobo race. Because we'll have 2, and we can race.
What color chocobo are you gonna be?
Well, it looks kind of mountainous and stuff, so I guess maybe a green one.
Am I not to the map? This is the map. Oh, derp. Share the map. Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. After I said I was good at knot tying, I had to take my headset off for a minute. Did I need to roll anything, or are we done with that?
No, we are done with that. You are strapped up and good to go. It's more a matter of whether Ukrad and someone else are dragging it with rope, or if the druids are axe beak chocoboing it.
Fair enough.
I didn't have axe beak prepared actually, so I could do that maybe because it's a new day, but I have horse.
See, still works.
I forget that now you have to figure out what.
Wahaha!
animal
Yes, they
it
limited
be
you.
every day. I can't just come up with any bullshit animal and make
Right?
it happen.
It's
Ah.
no longer animal bullshit.
That's no fun.
Yeah, but they can.
Well, druids aren't animal bullshit, and if it's not animal bullshit, I don't give a damn.
So which method are you using to get this to town? 2 people or pack animal druids?
I'm fine with either.
Maybe we'll pull it and save our wild
Wild
shapes in
shape.
case there's a issue.
Yeah, fair.
Plus,
That's exactly why I ask.
This is where I reveal my secret that I'm actually a black dragon. I turn into a black dragon.
No.
I fly.
No.
I'm just kidding.
It's
You're
actually
too
a blue
deadpan.
dragon.
No.
Not Nefarian again.
Right.
It's okay. They're on our side.
No. This is pre-purge. So, sounds like we've got 2 strapping young lads hoisting ropes and pulling a sled. On your way
Yep.
into town. As you're passing on the outskirts,
How brought it your friends?
you noticeably pass
Yay.
the knights leaving. They nod
Oh no.
and they leave. They just keep on riding.
Not the
kinda
knights. How sad.
I'm sleeping off that wine.
Ocasio is on the skull.
did you at least wake up to have any of the vegan blood pudding?
Oh yeah,
Or you just-
it was
or you-
delicious.
You
It
woke
was
up just enough to
delicious.
eat breakfast and then pass out again.
Yeah, it's exactly what I needed, and yep.
No, I imagine it's that like wake up 10 minutes before y'all had to leave. And that's the kind of like somewhat greasy spoon in the morning that helps settle your stomach.
1000%.
So as we slowly find our way into town then, after passing the knights, where are we going?
Mayor's house, I think.
Okay.
Don't we report to some guard people? I guess the mayor is in charge of the guard people.
Yeah, he kind of was the one who sent us on all of this shit.
You're fairly quickly responded to at the door, but when the butler sees you and the odd sledge structure behind you, they definitely perk an eye quizzically at you. I'm sorry, should I be expecting that you want to bring that in here?
I
Oh,
really am asleep because I can't see shit.
Ah, yes.
Nice sculpture for your back garden.
Yeah, we're gonna need to bring this in.
I need you to be sure that you're not going to damage the floor. This fine wood has been here since the refounding. It's
Okay,
very
Jarvis,
old.
I appreciate the history lesson. However, your fine floors are gonna be in a lot more trouble if we don't talk to the mayor right now about this thing.
Yes, I understand. Doom, gloom, all of this wonderfulness. But please, can you just
you have no
lift it up? Wipe your feet and follow me.
I do not wipe my feet. Those floors are about to be broken and melted down into the fucking ground. We
You
don't
said they're
have time
like
for
wood
that
floors,
shit.
right?
So,
As he turns away, if these are wood floors, I'm going to use my druid craft to have like some moss start to grow on some of it.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I had blood pudding on my shoe and now it's all over the floor.
guys are terrible.
You
How
gotta
about
dry
is
those
like,
floors,
we
otherwise
ain't got
moss and
time
stuff
for
grow.
this shit.
So, funny enough, as you try and make the moss begin to grow, you can see where this wood seems to be treated to resist that sort of thing. It actually does all seem to be kind of enhanced with runes as you see it all kind of click in and begin cleansing everything.
They have a Roomba.
Boom.
They have self-cleaning floor.
Leaf resists casting firebolt on the floor.
Jesus Christ. So, give me an athletics check, whoever is carrying this inside.
I feel like Sasha needs to be a bad puppy and mess on the floor.
Oh, God.
Sasha is a good boy.
Sasha
would
is the
never.
bestest boy, but
I mean, maybe if he was directed to, but I don't think out of nowhere.
maybe he
Wait
just
until
got
we
really
leave.
excited and he had to pee and couldn't hold it, and now the floor's yellow.
Do it on the way out. They'll never suspect you.
Hold it till later, Sasha.
Yeah, I was gonna ask Ukrad if he wanted to lift it together. I think he's got it.
Oh, that's fine. I wasn't sure if we still had what we were talking about advantage for earlier, but I just rolled with advantage, so suck it, DM.
Oh, cool. That's
I mean, they were
Yeah.
both pretty good rolls.
I give 8 to Ukrad to lift the skull. There you go. Advantage is safe.
I mean, I kind of figured that if you rolled
Mhm.
too low, that I was just gonna force two of you to do it. So, all right, cool. I'm just gonna grab this token right here, and then we're gonna put this right here. Boop, 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 boop. Awesome. Great. Demon Skull gets placed as you drag it in before the mayor here. So, are you just leaving it in the tent, or are you immediately throwing it back, or how's the presentation going here?
I mean,
feel
I
like-
want my tent back.
Yeah, you'll get it. But I think, how about is kind of like, we don't have time for ceremony right now, so literally just like dropping the skull and like, we have a problem, and just pull the drape off.
Rather large skeletons?
With demonic horns. Also,
Brenna is actively folding up her tent.
our little priest friend at the chapel, possessed by a demon, attacked us. Almost killed my pseudo dragon.
Roll me insight.
That's gonna look great.
Oh great, the mayor's a fucking demon too.
What do you have, Wedge?
His eyes kind of narrow for a moment as he looks at you. So you're telling me that what Father Fenorin was having visions of was true?
Yep. Demon army coming this way within days, most likely. Yeah.
Well, that does seem a bit concerning.
Not that it matters, but I speak for the military, and I can tell you what he says is true.
Do I have passive insight of 15? Does that help me in any way or no?
He seems surprised and uncertain from what you can tell. Passively.
Okay. Okay.
This would be a bit of a problem then.
Yeah, a bit.
I don't know what to do.
Well, you know how we don't like the knights? And I look at Lucas, you're like, sorry. No, nothing personal. And I look back to the mayor. You know how they just left town? Maybe send someone really fast to catch up to them and get them to get, the garrison to move.
They said that their business was concluded here. They said that they were...
Well, that's great. Clearly it's not. Please call them back. Like, now. We need backup. We are not, like... I'm sure that, you've lived a long time. You have great magic at your disposal. This is a demon army from, like, the way back times that is coming back, and also a demon god thing who is coming back into this plane of existence, who literally said that he would see us soon. We need backup. Like, we need it yesterday.
His eyes seem to kind of widen as everything keeps going. And you can see as he kind of moves behind the table here and begins opening up drawers that you kind of didn't realize were in the underside of it in a couple situations. And as he's sliding everything out, he's pulling out notebooks and going through what appears to be a varying age of notes and books. Some of them seeming to have quite a bit of wear and age to them. My family... It's said that my family rebuilt this city on, the ruins of what was here before. That after the wars that are said to have happened, it just needed to be made again. And that's the only reason that we've been in our position this entire time, is simply been being the most resourceful. That doesn't mean that we necessarily have a lot of might. He turns and looks a bit more towards Bo and Leaf. But I had hoped, at least in most historical times, the druids have helped us in our times of need. Kind of protectors of the elves and all of that.
I mean, we'll probably do what we can.
He runs a hand through his hair as he kind of blows out a long breath. You might have had a disagreement with them before. But the long our family knows their way around a military maneuver. You might need to try to speak to them. And, well, I know that he himself is not necessarily one to be trusted. But Althadon, his family used to be so much more. They used to have, well, at least as far as I've been told, a great deal of might. It's possible that if you help him, there might be something left in there for you to use. I'm afraid I don't know what more we can do than try to gather what limited resources we have. I will try to send word to the Knights' encampment to the southeast, but I don't know past seeing this what they will believe.
Well, maybe if a knight, and I look very suggestively at Ocasio, like, maybe if a knight was to give some credence to your word?
Totally.
He looks at Ocasio and looks at Halbrod and kind of back and forth for a moment. Well, maybe a knight needs to go report in person. Maybe you're exactly correct. And if a knight lends her word, it might help.
Am I detecting sass?
Roll insight.
Oh my god.
Can I aid in that?
Are you also trying to detect sass, or are you trying to sense something else?
I'm always trying to detect
Nat
sass.
20.
On the
Nat
word
20.
night, there's a little bit that's almost like a spit but with everything else, it's genuine. I really don't know. Like, this is, you're literally like walking in like, yo, shit's on fire. And he's like, we got one fire truck team.
And it's us.
Yeah, so that's why he's like, yeah, we don't really have the resources for that.
Okay, well, this knight, who's still a rank higher than you, born with a silver spoon in your mouth, will make her way and report to someone that can actually do something. I think we should go, crew.
Look, consider what I said. Even if you want just something for yourself, the Kaisun family should, if you help Althedon, I'm sure that there's something there that could help you. Even if you cannot forgive Longar to ask for his help, consider that, at least, to be able to help yourself.
I think Halberd is going to look between the elves of the party and try and debate which one is probably the most tactful to send them to like, kind of have them talk with him. Because he's not going to listen to a non-elf, that's for sure.
Leaf's gonna smile at Halbrod.
Okay, so Halberd is going to look away from Leaf.
Not that elf. Not that elf. Is there someone else up there we can talk to?
Zio has resting bitch face.
What about Bo?
Okay, Bo looks amiable, but not sure what to do because fancy people.
Roll me history, Bo. You were told previously that the Larangar family, specifically that guy who was poisoning his daughter, was a retired military officer. He is a military officer, so he is a potential. But with that role, the Kaisune family is more something remembered than what it is. In history, it's said that the only reason that there was anything left for them to be able to rebuild here was because of one of the Kaisune family.
Do you mention any of that?
Yeah,
Do I know this name? Kaisuni?
No,
Yeah, I think
it's
I'm
local.
Hey, from what I remember of the loose oral traditions of the druidic school quotes I went to, definitely these things.
Maybe helping him and getting his name on our side would help with you know, that other guy.
I mean, yeah.
Because if we have his name on our side and we show up with an elven knight of the realm, pointing at Ocasio, that should put some weight on our side. I still don't think the non-elves of the party. We shouldn't be in that meeting because, I mean, if he's gonna drug his daughter because she speaks to non-elves, I don't think us being there is gonna help at all.
With the other name, Ukrad, your ears perk up for a moment as you remember that was the odd man you met at the ball.
Oh, the spoopy guy.
Yeah. He told you he was being hunted in his own home. He said you could have whatever you wanted if you only helped.
Time to go play Phasmo.
Everybody
Hell
grab your
yeah.
flashlight.
I'm getting low temps in this room.
Me? What?
Has anyone seen the Ouija board?
I found the monkey paw.
Guys, it's
I
so
found
crazy.
the bone.
My radio
Oh,
keeps
sorry, never mind. It's Athodon.
Hey, hear me out. We go to this guy's place, but we bring the demon skull with us and we sneak it in.
Totally fine.
Okay. Who in the group is the bottom? That's how we're sneaking it in.
I just love the dead silence.
Right?
I guess that means I'm the bottom. Great.
It's okay.
How surprising.
Take a deep breath and then breathe out slowly.
How heavy is the skull?
Well, it took Ukrad and
Okay.
Halbarad carrying it in.
So if I were to crawl inside the skull,
What I'm thinking.
I mean, you could
is-
crawl inside the skull and you definitely use it as cover.
well, I meant like standing up and walking with it. Just like,
I
Trojan
don't
horse.
know if you
Just
could.
leave it at the door and all of us get inside.
It might be a.
But-
I think it would be too awkward for you to be able to carry on your own that way with a halfling frame.
Well, like if the bottom of the skull's open, I could transform into an axe beak, and if you could like rig something up with your rope, so it's almost like a saddle, I could just like walk while on the inside of it.
That would be like dragging it, is what it would be more like.
So we need two.
Let's toss some glitter on it and just tell everyone it's a decoration. We're here to deliver it for somebody's quinceañera. It's a piñata. Like, I don't know.
the world's worst sugar skull.
Okay, so idea.
Is this becoming your cart now?
Can
We're not saying no.
I be like Baba
So-
Yaga and just ride around in it?
I would like to propose an idea. From what I've heard that Ukrad told us, this Athodon is already not really doing good. We don't really need to convince him that there's demons because he thinks they're in his house already.
Wait, you thought we were trying
So-
to convince him there were demons?
Well, I think we should try and convince what was his name? Like fucking dickhead who poisoned his daughter? Lauranga?
Yes. That
Yeah.
is
I think we
Juvik
need to
Larga.
convince we need to
I've been there
convince
for that.
Lauranga that there's demons. So I turned to the mayor. With your permission, I think we'll leave the skull here. Go deal with Athodon's problem. Then, when we have his backing, we come back, take the skull. Ocasio, you go and talk to Laronga and convince him that we need his help, and just pray to the gods that that is good enough.
Pray to the gods Ocasio doesn't aggro and kick this guy's teeth in. And his daughter, what?
Yeah, you weren't here for that part.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was a whole thing.
Yeah, we're
Well-
very not happy with him, but also we need his help.
So
Yeah.
you were like, we need to win him over, and I was like, but he's not a good guy.
Well, that's why you're being told it's a possibility. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to do much more, but he was a military guy, so it's a possibility. I'm actually
It's
gonna
kind of
say,
a we need all the help we can get situation.
given this information as
Right.
well, I would like Brenna and Leaf to roll me history.
Ooh, I'm not good at that.
I am clearly.
Yeah, you totally got it. You both got it. You could have swore there was some other retired military person around here, but I don't fucking remember what it was. Also, Frank, did your mic switch or something?
Not that I'm aware of.
No, I'm still the same mic.
Because it sounds much further away from you all of a sudden.
Yeah, it sounds like it went to the internal mic.
Brenna is sneaking, that's why it's quieter.
I realized after a minute, I'm like, I bet you it did something and he doesn't even know that. Because right now it's got that, like, you're across the room talking at your computer sound.
Webcam sound.
Yeah, like webcam sound.
How does it sound now?
Better.
Much better.
Much.
Okay, it grabbed my second earbud that I didn't have in my ear.
See?
Wow.
See? I knew it grabbed
So it was
something.
across the
Wow.
room.
Great. I knew that something got messed up, and I'm glad we got it now. So, what's the plan?
I guess I'm gonna go have to talk nice to a fucking child abuser.
Well, not
Should
just
be
yet.
fun.
First,
We
we
can-
hunt ghosts.
Right. If there are, you know, ghosts or demons in that house, you get to vent out your frustrations and, you know, get the anger out before talking to.
Do we have a cleric or a paladin or a ghostbuster?
What's a
What is
cleric?
I was gonna say,
Paladin? I've
I'm
never
like-
heard of this before.
Yeah, I'm like the
Oh,
only
right,
paladin,
right.
the closest thing to a paladin that exists in this world that you know of is the King of Arwold.
Do we have a vacuum like those men?
Wahoo!
I think we're supposed to like
Wow,
touch
wow,
touch
wow, wow.
streams or whatever.
I once was able to help stop demon stuff, but I had to use a solution from my friend, so I don't have any of that right now.
I can throw knives that hurt their head.
I can eat mushrooms that break down magical seals that were keeping a demon at bay.
I mean, I'm a ranger. I can hit anything, right? Right.
I like this logic. I love it all. So, based off of what you're saying, though, does that mean that you want to try and stop to get more from Valna?
Possible. I wasn't sure if we would have time for that, or if I wasn't sure how hard to source it was based on lack of what am I thinking? deific power or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
No. Well, that's why essentially what we were talking about was the potential for essentially the moon blessed water as some sort of holy water that could kind of work in this situation without deities and that sort of thing as a fun way of adding something else, since you already had that power and access to that power, and I need a way to make that power work within this world. So that works for me.
Okay. If we have time, I would like to stop by Valna's place to see if she has more or can make some real quick.
Well, yeah, that's
Well,
why we're communicating.
It sounds like we may need a bit more funds to help us, not let the city get burned to the ground by demons. As I say out loud.
Well, I think we got more than just the city to worry about if the demons come.
I'm sorry. Is money some sort of concern that you need something?
Well, we're gonna need some equipment if there's actual ghosts or whatever it is in Mr. Taisuna's home. And that kind of equipment doesn't really come cheap. So we could use a bit of gracious help, if you don't mind.
Yes. And he kind of waves offhandedly, and the butler kind of walks out of the, whispers to him for a moment, and you see him kind of narrow his eyes for a moment, and then whisper behind his hand back at him. And the butler walks out of the room after bowing at the mayor, and then turning kind of a curious eye at the party before walking out of the room.
Mm-hmm.
And after a couple moments have passed, the butler returns with a tray, and on this tray are 6 bags that seem to be made of leather, but each one is a little different than what you've normally seen. The leather looks finer, and each one is stamped with the mayor's seal embossed into it. And inside is 100 platinum coins.
Each
Instead
bag
of
total.
each.
Right. Where's the closest casino?
No.
So D, is that 100
Oh.
per bag or 100 total?
That's per bag.
Jesus. Even Haldard is like, oh, well, that is very generous indeed.
And he kind of, the mayor just kind of has his hands on the side of his head, rubbing the temple on one side. There's one thing that my family has in its resources. We don't have an army, and we don't have something that I can necessarily supply you in all of this, but if money is what you need to be able to find something out of this, then take it.
Do you happen to have some really good cheeses too? And Leaf will wink at Bo.
Look, you have more than enough to get what you need. Just do what you can. Try to help our people while there still are people to help.
I can't speak for the others, but I give you my word that if we, by some miracle, manage to stop this thing, or at least keep Ergolies standing, I will return whatever I have not spent of this pub.
kind of waves.
Wow, that's
offhandedly.
like really noble of you. Anyway, let's be going, guys.
Albert kind of looks at Ocasio like, you're supposed to be a fucking knight. Like, that's something that you should be doing too. What the fuck?
You mean
Ocasio,
was a
there's-
night?
There's
You mean
six
was
of
a
us.
night, mate? With this much money, no.
Ocasio, there's 6 bags. There's 6 of us, so we just divide it evenly.
Yeah.
Look.
So Halbrod, you can do what you want with yours.
He just kind of waves offhandedly, and he's like, "If money is not an option, then try to make an answer."
I think you guys noticed that Brenna is oddly quiet, holding her bag of coins. This is like several hundred times the worth of her home and everything she's ever owned in her entire life. And it's just been handed to her willy-nilly, like, all right, here, get out of here now. Go do something good.
Could save world hunger, innit?
Brenna, as
Hey,
you
Brenna?
are thinking about all of this and you have this in your possession, you just kind of hear this odd whisper in the back of your mind. Blessings, my friend.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that part. Somebody else was talking to me.
You heard a laugh, and blessings, my friend.
Blessings indeed.
Who are you talking to? Did we hear any of this?
You
All going
didn't.
on in the head.
I don't know. So Brenna she is the L of the party. She is the psychic.
Uh-huh.
So, and last time they might have made a deal with the djinn. So,
I don't know what you're talking about.
and now money's falling into the party's lap. It's weird.
Oh.
Let's not look a gift horse in the mouth. Let's take the money and go get some gear.
You're the one trying to return it.
Halbrod, with
Crazy.
all this money,
Yeah,
we
I'm
could
trying
turn
to
that.
do a noble thing.
But Halbrod, with this
Fuck
money, we could turn
nobility.
this skull into a wagon now. We have the funds.
Okay,
Fuck nobility.
what good?
Let's go
What
fight these
good
ghosts.
is a skull wagon gonna do us when there's demons everywhere burning everything to the ground?
Brenna
I'm
can
just
use
trying
it
to
as-
put, on the long run here.
Brenna can use it for cover. Mobile cover.
What all do we need to buy? What do we need to stock? Besides the liquor store, of course. Maybe
Leaf
the
doesn't usually buy
apothecary.
stuff, so it's kind of meaningless to him.
Wow. Not even deodorant, huh?
What's that?
I can tell.
Thank you.
Just knew it. Knew it.
Would there be some place that we would know of that could sell like magical items? Or kind of
For, like,
enchanter, I guess?
No. Enchanters. That's an odd sort of magic. Doesn't. Well, our world has some sort of mages in their command. The closest you ever got to one was when you saved Buddy.
Hmm.
Up
That's
here.
probably a long ways off.
It's on the map, technically. But up here in this part of the world, it's mostly druidic magic. Or those rune parts you never identified.
Hey gang, here's a wild idea. What if we identified the runes?
What runes?
So crazy, it just might work.
I'm like, that entire thing where even out of game, the other session, you're like, oh wait, we had found 5 of these things at those ruins a while ago and never identified them.
Yeah, I keep
Bye.
ADHD that.
Okay, fine. Who can we go to have them identified?
I'm sorry,
Hold
DM,
on,
are you
why
trying
is
to
this
hint
hand?
at something? I'm not picking up.
I mean, it's just a toy for you all to play with. So that's why I'm like,
That's
you know, it gives you more stuff, so I can only give you
When
so many
Leaf
things.
asks who we can go to get them identified, how about raises a hand like I just identified all our new gear that we just found.
Yeah, but can you do it again?
This
Yeah.
doesn't require you to cast magic. This requires Arcana.
Who has good
I haven't
arcana?
worked with runes before, but I can give it a try.
I've got +2, but I'm rolling shit.
No, I'm not
I
trained
have
in
+0,
Arcana.
so you could help me, I guess.
Ah, good work.
All right, I'll help you.
I believe in you.
Okay, well,
This
it's
place.
not too bad.
Let's see, what was it before? I think it was a D10, right? 1, 2.
The runes
Oh,
we
no.
discovered are
So
inert.
roll me a D12.
Okay.
And
Great.
roll a
Wonderful.
D4. I need you to write these down as you roll, and I give them to you.
Okay.
Rune category, direction. Rune name, pull.
Mm-hmm.
Roll a D12.
All right.
Now roll a D6. Rune category, separate. Rune
Right.
name, sort.
Okay.
Roll a D12. Roll a D4. Rune category, pace. Rune name, slow.
Okay.
There's an Ukrod rune.
Roll me a D12. Roll me a D4. Rune category, density. Rune name, densify. Increase density.
It's right outside the door. Now densify.
I believe that's one more D12. Okay. And a D4.
Oh, looks like we got another pull.
That is correct.
No runes of fireball, alas.
Nope, you did not roll the elemental category in this round of runes. These are the playthings that you have for now as a party to combine them however you think you could pitch.
Hmm.
Because
We
again,
could probably combine increased density with slow, make something unable to move, or if it can move very slowly, very poorly.
Or we could pull something to us slowly.
Mm-hmm. Or we could pull something very hard. Not sure what the salt one could do.
We sort things based on density.
probably not much with what you have on sword.
So we have 5 runes that we could do
Mhm.
something with, and 2 of them are pull.
Yes.
We could put them on the skull, and it will pull it behind us.
Because you rolled the exact same thing twice.
Whoever's the tank could put pull on their shield and make the enemy like come to them.
Ooh.
Bing, 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 with
Yeah.
increased density.
What's a tank?
Oh, bad.
Shield user.
You know that guy who runs up and golf swings enemies away? I can pull them back.
Yeah.
So you're Scorpion.
You can just yo-yo them.
I mean, that was the thing that I thought of with those two was increased density and pull is a potential tank build.
Ukrod, you
Yeah.
just gotta yell, get over
1000.
here.
Get over here.
We have pull on Halbarad and pull on Ukrod, and we have them stand 10 feet apart with an enemy in the middle.
And then we can use the salt road because, you know, all the parts.
I think that's called tennis, Frank.
Well, see,
Pull, and then it just rips them in half.
there is a
my
there is a
God.
cut rune, you
Mhm.
know, that you didn't get on any of your rolls. So
What
I
do you mean?
wanna
have a
push. I have an
cut
idea
rune.
for
It's called a
push,
greatsword.
I
Nice.
call push when we get it.
push it real good.
Push it real good.
Yeah, we got the salt and pepper rune. We need salt and pepper.
See, the other party
Exactly.
got like accelerate, like concentrate. I forget, and I think
Annihilate.
no,
you
it was
know.
like purify. I think was the other
Destroy the
one.
world.
Charm person.
Black
No,
materia.
Dominate other party.
no. It's literally so everything in the rune system. To be entirely honest, they were all created at its base point, thinking about them all being able to be used in machinery.
I know it's a rune system, and I helped.
I don't know
Like
what
a
you
little bit.
remember from
So-
that long ago.
That's
What does
true.
it
you're
require
right, I
to
don't-
add a rune to an object?
Takes at least
Listen.
2 runes, 2 to 4 runes, depending on the size. It takes then some sort of appropriate tool usage, and usually an Arcana check.
And can they be easily removed later?
They can be removed. There is
Oh.
a small chance of damaging them.
Ooh.
Did we have to get Jabber Istrun.
Did you get what rune?
No, Diablo 2 players. That was
Oh.
the rune word for Enigma Playdite.
Are there any special
Yeah.
combos that, like, if we combine two, something crazy happens, and they're just unknowns?
So it literally is made with more of an open concept for you all to be able to create something that you think would help your kid and do what you want.
Okay. Well, I'm heavily on board with the tank getting that stuff we discussed.
Because, like, I am still making some abilities and trying to do some things for people in the background and planning things, but this whole system is, instead of trying to do too many crazy magic weapons and things like that, you guys are making everything you want. So everybody will be customized however they want, because this gives something past what magic items can do and what your base abilities can do. Because I'm pretty good at making little abilities for people. But in this situation, with you guys doing it this way, you're more invested about what it is.
Cool.
So it would just take some time, like an hour of downtime, to affix that, if you wanted to do that. You could effectively spend an hour affixing this to Ukrad's shield, and Bo could go speak to Velna about some moon water.
And I could go to the liquor store and or apothecary.
There absolutely is a place that is both.
All right.
As funny as that kind of is. You guys kind of
Somebody
saw
might want to
him.
come with me, because if you don't...
Well, right now, Bo's the only one planning on going that direction, so I don't know who else is planning on going that far.
Does anyone want to come with me? You, Ocasio cellophane tape?
Close enough. I like you. Let's go.
Is there anywhere that we could buy possibly more potions?
Probably the apothecary where I'm headed.
Well, yeah. Yeah. It's very possible that, unfortunately, good for what ails you, the apothecary and tavern ran by the odd-looking gnome Fosco that you'd seen during the ball
Fosco.
might be the place for you to go. Fosco, my bad, not
Alright.
Bosco. Fosco.
Do you care if I join
I
you?
love that.
As I feel like we possibly need more potions if we're going to be fighting demons or ghosts or whatever the hell these things are.
Absolutely not. Please join us, and feel free to keep me away from shady alleys where they might be throwing dice.
Do you want another druid to tag along?
Shady alleys are kind of where I like to do business. So, Bo, you're the responsible one tonight.
Alright,
Well,
Sasha,
don't.
look alive.
Brenna, I'll keep you company. You
Brenna?
got my back and my visions.
Brenna, roll me a non-anxiety inducing wisdom check. With
21?
with all this talk
Damn.
about dicing, it's at that moment that you remember the other part of the things that you technically promised to do. Because the Thieves Guild, effectively, that approached you about acquiring a certain object that may or may not be in your possession, run the casino here. So it's just
Yeah,
that like,
I'm
ha
still-
ha ha.
Yeah, there's something I was supposed to do. Can't quite put my finger on it as I'm thumbing the pouch that I have the strange cube in.
I love Cubans. Pork, a little bit of mustard, some pickles. Delicious.
They make good cigars also.
I think we're gonna have a good time.
I just had a Cuban for dinner.
They are quite good.
I do love them.
I don't like them.
I love pickles.
I don't like them pressed though. I like them cold.
Hmm.
Cause I'm a freak of nature, and I love pickles. Pickles club.
All right. So it sounds like some people are staying behind to work on installing this on Ukrad's shield. And then the rest of you are kind of going on a little shopping spree.
I was gonna suggest to Ukrad, while they do that, maybe we could go shopping for something a little more resilient, armor-wise.
I do like armor.
So do I. It helps us not die. I do know a shop in town that we can go see about some of that.
I just stop and think.
You know what helps
quiet.
me not die? A hard drink.
I don't believe that's true, but you do what you need
Oh,
to
trust me. The thoughts in my head need it.
So, on our path upward from the mayor's estate here, the first stop technically would be the Moonbear Boutique. Though it is fairly early in the afternoon, most of the shutters and blinds have been pulled for the shop. Despite this, the open part of the sign is showing.
I think Bo just Kramer's in. If it's open.
It is unlocked as you go to do it. So you immediately kind of Kramer or neurodivergent just walk into the friend's house. Roll me perception as you do.
That was great. I'm gonna start referring it to that.
As you walk in, there's almost a waver of light as the breeze of the doors swinging wide makes this sea of candles that you're looking at waver but not yet go out. And you realize that despite all of the shutters being pulled and the blinds being down on the windows of the shop, the inside is ablaze in lights as every conceivable surface has been covered with a candle or some sort of light fixture. Oh, hello, Bo. How are you doing?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Kind of problem.
Yes, I can hear you now.
I was talking for a while and not lighting up.
Nope.
Anyway, well, you know, so there's been stuff going on. I was wondering if you could help me.
Yes, you have helped me so much since the last time you were here. I was lost. Without you, I do not know what would have happened. I am very thankful for you.
Well, I mean, you have to thank yourself. You had that, don't know what it is, that water. I heard about it, but I'd never used before. You had it.
Well, yes. I keep some of it here. It is, it is technically a tradition for druids to be able to gather it. It's more of a kind of a natural ritual to be able to do, but it's the way that we gather the light blessed by the earth, blessed by the moon, so that we can have it here. It's supposed to have many ritual practices for everything, but yeah, I mean, I cracked it, I said it, but I've never seen much use for it, at least in what I've done.
Well, I for sure used it, and I think I might need to use again, and maybe I can buy, if you have some I could get from you, and if it's not too hard, you can teach me later to make.
Since we are so good friends, and you have been so helpful to me, I will do this. I will help teach you this ritual when you return to me. Hopefully there will be enough time to be able to teach this to you, but for now, I have an inventory. What do you need from me?
I don't know, maybe 2? Possibly 3 vials? I did get a sweet windfall recently. I can afford such things.
Tell you what, for you, friend. They take out 3 of these vials and they kind of pat them there. I give it you these 3 for 75 gold.
Perfect. I give her 8 platinum.
She kind of just looks at it, confused, for a moment. I am not sure about this. Everything is okay for you?
Yeah, for sure. Actually, if you don't want that, that's again. I had a sweet windfall from some situation, but if you don't want this, I also have gold. Can still give you 75 gold.
You don't owe anybody horrible favor, do you?
Oh no, not that I know
Kind of
of.
like narrow eyes at you. You didn't do anything weird for this money, yes?
I mean, depends on what you think weird is. We just had a whole thing, and there was a demon. I don't want to give you this.
Dragging a large demon skull into the room, weird.
You said you were leaving that at the mayor's for now.
We did not bring that to Valna's.
Just dragging it in.
I would also like to order some things, if you have it.
Well, yes, we are very natural shop. What is it that you might try to find from me here? I am very limited.
I need poppy seeds, codeine, morphine, Thebane, popfarine, no escaping.
I'll let insight be rolled.
Can I also roll it?
Mm-hmm.
Killing it on insight tonight. What the fuck?
Valna's eyes kind of get wide for a moment and narrow as she kind of looks, as they look back and forth between the two of you in that moment. Well, there has only been one person that has ordered these sort of things from me in a long time.
Well, now you have 2 customers. So, fork it over, please.
Well, it's more of that individual, you must understand, this is not the sort of thing I keep in stock for this. Poppy said this is something for cooking, I can get this. But, what you would describe it is, well, it is not that is forbidden, well, we will say not in high demand.
Okay, so who has it? Who did you sell it to? Maybe they will give me some. Is it a drug dealer? You can tell me if it's a drug dealer.
You
Wink,
see as they look kind of over at Bo again for a moment. Well, it is not that they are a drug dealer. I believe that, well, Bo, you had some sort of disagreement with Juvek before, yes?
Oh yeah.
And Juvek has bought most of everything that I have in this category.
Well, that's fine. I guess I'll just have to find drugs the old-fashioned way.
Bo's
Do you have
gonna
any-
gesture to the collection of teas and be like, "What about some nice valerian?"
Leaf's gonna look at
Valerian.
Acastio and be like, "Have you ever tried mushrooms?" And he's gonna like start looking through his bag to try to see what different mushrooms he has on him.
No, but I'm down to try it. Love new experiences. How about valerian roots and mushrooms? Sounds like a delicious tea. Do you have any vintages? Any old bottles laying about?
Well, unfortunately, this is not the sort of shop for that sort of thing. I am but a simple druid.
Got you. No, this was the one, but...
But I am sure that there are plenty of places that can help you with all of the drink and vintage that you should want. But for now,
Oh my god.
you said you wanted the valerian tea. Was there some other
Yes.
things that I can get you at least for this more?
No, whatever my friends here recommend, that's good enough for me. Oh my god, you guys are gonna cure Acasio's addiction to friendship.
You see as Valda walks over and they set the money down on the counter that you had given them, and then they start walking around a few areas and picking up bags of tea that were kind of for sale, and then kind of turns and looks at you. God, I can't find their sheet right now, so I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to roll whatever. I'm going to assume it's about that. Okay, cool. They narrow their eyes a little bit more, look you up and down for a moment, and then go over to another shelf and kind of pick through some things and grab another bit of tea. And after they get done, they set down a good handful of tea assortments on there.
Mm-hmm.
And you can tell that there is kind of an assortment of antioxidants, health teas, and some blends in there that are kind of meant to help increase your health and increase your peace while trying to clean you out.
Maybe some antacids. Wink, wink.
But there's a large selection that they seem to have sorted down because you realize they've been making up the other money.
Okay. I always do enjoy a sampler pack.
This should help you for at least some good bit of time.
Appreciate it. Nice to meet you. We need anything else here, guys?
Not unless they dabble in potions or poultices.
Well, is there something that you should want from me? I will say above game in this situation. 2024 edition rules give you the ability to buy materials to craft a number of things. This is also a time to be able to purchase those sort of resources for things you might not be able to find. Because that is not like a specific thing for those resources. But that is something that this would, for instance, be somebody that you might ask for some of the alchemical ingredients if there was certain potions you might want to make on your own.
You make the potion with the herbalism kit? Or is that something
Yes.
else? Okay. I have an herbalism kit and I'm proficient in it, so
I believe that is one of the
actually, yeah, I need some
things.
stuff.
Because essentially there's a list I'd have to pull up here, but it's in the 2024 edition player's handbook that shows you essentially how you can craft with a toolkit essentially each of whatever category of items, like with including magic gear.
Then I will help Bo buy whatever ingredients they need to purchase or to make like basic healing potions and anything of that nature.
Because that's why it's a kind of a situation of what you want for that. Because Fosco might also have some health potions to be able to purchase, but as far as also higher categories of health potions, you might need to craft those.
Can we do that at this level, or is that later?
Well, they require a lot of time as well. Let me pull up the book here as far as the actual rules for this. Here we go. So, for instance, a potion of healing requires 25 gold of raw materials and 8 hours of work to be able to create. And that's on the basic level. With, let's see. I guess I have to open the other book for the further crafting rules. Damn you. Whatever. I can't find the exact part for what it takes to craft the magical items right now. but essentially it's a similar investment. But even, for instance, it takes 750 gold worth of raw materials to make plate armor.
So like half material cost.
Yes. It's half material cost and then whatever amount of time dependent on that as well. Because it's some of the higher level stuff will take a minute to craft. Because it is supposed to be divide your material cost by 10. And that's how many 8-hour shifts it's supposed to take. Now, 8-hour shifts can be divided up because you can do part of it during a long rest. It doesn't have to be like an entire day devoted to it. But that's where you can also be crafting that in your downtime while you're doing other stuff.
It's just a question of how much stuff you want to get.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's literally a question in this moment of how much stuff you want to get and you want to spend. Because it's a question of what you're trying for.
Well, if you think we can make some potions, Bo, I'd be willing to throw down 5 to 10 platinum worth of materials.
Oh wow. I mean, for sure I could make it. It'll take some time though.
Alright, well, I'll pull out 5 platinum and ask for the materials to make basic health potions.
Oh, okay. Then you see as they go and grab 2 kits and kind of set them out.
That should be like a good test into our crafting abilities. Plus, let's not make a heavy investment now when we don't even know if we're going to survive the overrunning demons.
Let's not make a heavy investment in 10 platinum. Later. What?
Well, I put down 5 platinum. That's 2 kits. That's 2 health potions.
Yep.
That's still a shit ton of money.
Yeah, but you guys got money.
We all just got 100 platinum, right?
I know,
Yeah,
it's
wait.
crazy though. I'm like, wow.
I'm also gonna put down 5 platinum.
Oh, whoa. This is
I told you I
big
got the
roller.
green
Yeah,
spot.
yeah.
This dude's about to. He's moving on up.
They are very worried, though, at the same point in time. You sure that you're not spending all of this money because you are like, oh, I don't have anything to live for and everything is okay?
Yes.
Oh no! Actually, have you met my
We're
new companion, Sasha? And then I just pick up Pomeranian.
Bark, bark! I am Sasha,
Then I just-
the bestest boy!
Brenna stops making eye contact immediately.
This is very cute. So this is what you've chosen for your summon.
I mean,
You remember, I had that panther before, and then I had the bear the one time. And you have this.
I mean, it was very
Oi.
strategic decision at the time.
Yes.
Put some respect on Sasha's name. You don't even know.
Sasha is very. Yes, you are a very good boy. Yes, yes, Sasha. Yes, but this is what you take into fight.
Sasha is a ride or die.
I worry.
Sasha has been very useful too.
Okay, I do not doubt your majestic might, mighty Sasha. Just worry about
She's
my
amazing.
friend. I worry about my
She took
friend.
a piss on the floor for us earlier.
My friend, I worry. I worry about Bo here, and I need to know that they are okay.
Don't worry. I have Bo's back.
And this majestic creature, you know, it does not strike fear in your heart when you look at it, yes?
See, that's the beauty of it. It doesn't strike fear until it does all the damage.
You have never fought over it for vegan blood pudding, clearly, because, yeah. Sasha's a beast.
It's like a bait and switch. Like, oh look, a cute little puppy, and then you pull back a bloody stump.
All right, whatever. I will let this go for now. I worry. You come in here. I worry of many things right now, my friends. You understand, the last time you see me, I try to see something, and something's for me. It's not normal. I have not been sleeping
Believe
very
me,
well.
I understand.
And now you come in here bearing these coins and spending all of this money here. Just these signs are not so well to me.
Hey, I think we're just over preparing, just in case. Have extra, okay?
Looks over at Leaf slowly. Yes. Preparers. I am familiar with these types of people.
I'm gonna grab Sasha
You
by
kinda
their little
like
chin,
yourself,
look
confused.
in their eyes, and I'm gonna say, "Don't you let what that mean man said get to you. I mean that. You're wonderful."
Valna is extremely androgynous. For clarifications.
They do
I'm
have
talking to the
nice
dog.
braided situation now.
Right.
Sasha. Oh, you mean the shopkeeper, androgynous?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, if you look
But-
on the map, they are right here.
Oh, see, I wasn't even looking because we weren't up there.
Valna is this one right here.
Oh, wow. I mean,
She-
hi.
Yes. Valna is experienced druid. It helped take care of Bo for many years.
You're my mentor.
See, I helped take care of.
Oh. Well, that explains it then. Sorry,
Yes.
I'm new here. In case you haven't noticed.
It is okay. That's why I worry about my friend here. They come in here with all of this, and well, they saved me from something the last time they were here. So I am a little concerned of everyone's safety right now. My dream never changed, Bo.
Still fire everywhere.
They just kind of look at the floor.
That's heavy biz.
I need you to know something, though.
Yeah?
I will not let something happen to you.
No. I appreciate that, Vona. I try to do what I can to make sure nothing happened to you or the city either. That's why we need all this stuff.
When I move here, when I left, and you see as Valna's eyes look over a little bit at Akashio in this moment. When I left Knightwood, I chose to live here and protect this place with my life. This is home, and I will not let it be taken from me. And you have come into my home. I share it with you. And you are a part of my home. It has been a long time since I have been beast. But in this moment, I will remember.
Kiss.
I mean, not that Bo wouldn't get in with an older woman, but we're too platonic for that.
It's very much the anti willing to die for you.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's cute too.
Yeah, she's from the same druidic cult as me.
And now I know that Bo
But-
is single.
But she was. They were also the ones that helped kind of take care of you when you weren't sure about other things and help show you certain ways. And they've always kind of kept to the outskirts of the druidic circle themselves since they came back from the knighthood. So
It was about 20 years ago, so.
yeah.
Which was also around the time that Bo did a reasonably serious physical change. They're like, man, if I had had all this platinum back then, it would have been so much more seamless.
Right.
Funny how it works. It's good. As long as we understand these things. I must, all of these candles are not just for light. They are not just to protect. They are to help me prepare.
Prepare for what?
Fire.
I see.
That is what my dream has been each time. There's a great fire coming. I might have told you a story many years ago. When I was in Night, when I fought in that tournament, there was a druid with me that day. Well, there are those of us that use the fire. They use the forest's fires as their empowerment. I wish that he was here now. But he is in the south. The last I heard, the kingdom had moved him down there. But this fire, it is a raging inferno. and it wishes to wipe all else from the map. This I cannot allow. So that was 4 packs of the healing potion. And was there anything else that I can get you?
Okay, that was 3 moon waters, some healing potions, valerian root and tea accessory. No, I still have some rations. I love the cranberry almond granola situation you've done recently.
You see as they smile and roll me perception in that moment. You can see as they just kind of slide rations over into the order. Yeah, yes. So that is, we are square then. Will you give me the platinum for these packs here? And I hope that we will see each other shortly to learn that ritual, yes.
Yes, definitely.
That is good. Good.
Bye. It was nice to meet you.
It was wonderful meeting you, nice night, lady. I hope that your travels are peaceful and that the tea is helpful for you.
Yeah, this is Acacia saccharine cake.
Ah, wonderful.
She gets closer and closer every time. So impressive.
Bless their wonderful hearts. Well, then safe travels, my friend. Dostarkania.
Thanks, Mama.
So, you're trying to go to the actual apothecaries next?
Mm-hmm.
Because Valna's just a hippie store.
Here we go with Fosco!
A rose court.
As you approach the swinging sign for the... Let me make sure I have it again. I believe it's for what ails you, but I think there was a good for what ails you. It is a sign that looks literally like a bubbling kind of... I forget what's the term for the beaker that has the more cone bottom.
Erlenmeyer?
Isn't that the straight one?
Is it? I'm not. It's been a decade since I was in chemistry.
Damn it!
Nobody cares about the straight one.
Whatever. It's that one. It's the triangle flask with bubbling.
Come on, Jesse, get it together.
Stop trying to make straight pride a thing, Daryl.
It's a triangle, and we're getting straight pride.
Damn it, Jesse, get ready to cook.
But yeah, there's a. Oh, I guess if you look at his picture, it's the one in blue here, essentially. That shape of beaker, kind of bubbling with the good for what ails you. And as you walk in, it literally has been decked out to look as futuristic as it possibly can, because it is not only an apothecary, but it is a tavern. And Fosco here fashions himself a bit of a mixologist.
It sounds like my favorite kind of place.
So, what can I get you?
The strongest, most potent, most wonderful feeling thing that you have on tap.
Oh. Woo! Well, then I think I can do something about that. And you see as he kind of disappears underneath the kind of counter, and you can hear clanking and stirring and kind of a few different things being shaken back and forth as it's poured into a decanter and kind of shaken with ice. And you can hear the clinking of glasses as he's kind of rooting around for something. All the entire time, you just hear the whoa, yeah, what is this? You're just kind of going through. And then there's a kind of a poof, as this flash of purple light seems to emanate from underneath the bar. And slowly, you hear the pouring sound and the clinking of ice. And then he pulls back up with this iridescent purple drink.
Oh, that looks delicious. How much do I owe you, mate?
Well, this? 5 gold.
All right, I'll slap 6 gold down. You know,
That's
one
a
for
hell
tip,
of a drink.
course.
Yes,
And I'm just gonna,
it is.
chug that bitch.
Okay. I would like in this moment, let's see. First, you're going to roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh my god. I'm very
Sweet.
insightful tonight, but I suck at everything else.
Yeah, we finally found the other side of it. Oh my.
I rolled a
okay.
20 and 1.
So,
Good thing you two saved those wild shapes so that we can drag her back to the group.
roll me a D100.
Violet, you're turning violet.
Okay. So, in this moment,
God.
the audible but faint sound of music is playing near you, and everyone can hear this.
Okay.
You, on your very next check, have advantage.
Okay.
But after that, or if you don't use it for the next 30 minutes, you're drunk. So that normally gives disadvantage in a lot of situations.
Okay.
As a
Music
belch of purple iridescent fog seems to emit from your mouth.
Beautiful. So there's music playing that everyone can hear.
Yes.
Well, let us dance.
What kind of music?
Oh, that's a good question.
Is this like a up tempo ditty or?
It is fairly up-tempo bard music.
Okay.
Because
It's
it is-
Sandstorm by Darude.
It is lively music. It's on the chart that I'm looking at that I randomly determined to figure out the other effect that was happening here. It is faint but lively. It specifically states music.
They're playing Cardigan Backyardigan, my favorite. Let's bust a move.
That's canon.
Ocasio is turning into a woo girl, moving and twirling, and yeah.
As Fosco seems to all of a sudden be like flip open a little pad from his kind of lab coat and is taking notes. Everyone else can roll insight in this moment.
I feel like I want to do a coyote ugly thing. That way you make me do a roll for like acrobatics
Oh, absolutely.
to see if I fail or not. But you said I get advantage, right?
I mean, if that is where you want to use it, yes. You have one
is
roll
where I
of your
want to
choice
use
in the next
it.
10 minutes to gain advantage on. For everything else, you're drunk as shit.
All right. Well, I'm swinging up onto that fucking bar, and I'm going to try to like run and then slide on my knee to the end without falling off.
Okay. Make me that roll. So you're doing it
That was
just
the
as
first one.
a normal, or are you
I'm waiting
using...
a second. I'm using D&D Beyond, but it's not popping up like, hey, what do you do advantage?
Well, if you do... That's usually like hold shift. Why we do it that way.
Oh. I'm never a player, so I don't know.
Okay. As this slight, almost iridescence fades from you, you manage to almost vault onto the bar and slide your way at the end, but high or low?
Hi. Oh, God!
You only do about... You only break 2 gold worth of glasses that were on the bar as you slide your way to the end gloriously for yourself.
Oh my God. I'm gonna look back at Bo and be like, did you fucking see that? It was amazing, right?
That's Fosco. It's just
Oh
like,
my God,
my
yeah.
glasses! Running around.
Oh my God, yeah! And I like rush over to see if you're injured.
Absolutely uninjured. Looks spotless. Like most drunk people never get injured. But just sloppy. Like, definitely wet from running into liquids that were potentially in cups that they just knocked off the bar in their slide, but completely uninjured.
How crazy, Bo. My pants have like various mystery fluids on them. Do you want to add some? I mean, what? Can you help me down from the bar, please?
Yeah, sure. It's cause your Suffolk lunch date, right?
Yes. Yep. That's the one. He got it this time.
Awesome. And then I try to help you.
I'm just doing drunk girl shit. I don't know what else we need to do. Oh, I do like slide Fosco a list of the things I asked for at the last place. I don't know if
Was there actual, like, potions you might be trying to get?
I'm trying to make opium.
Britta?
Britta is trying to find potions. I definitely want to see if they have any healing potions, but any other concoctions that they may have that we may find useful would be up for debate as well.
Ooh, that's a good idea. Haste potion.
That's not the one I wanted. Where is it? Do, do, do. Do, 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 do.
What's that one potion in Baldur's Gate that allows you to do another action on your turn?
Potion of speed.
That's the one. You got any of those bad boys?
Let's see what I can get for fun on this one. Yes. No, that's not why are you changing the rest of the settings. I just wanted you to read out what I already had there. Thank you very much. Don't you have something better for me? Well, if you're looking for something that's a bit more, I mean, we've got a few things that are a bit more appealing. We've got a few things that are a bit more resisty. I don't know. Helps you not melt as much. Kind of trails off and looks to the side.
Not melt as much.
Like fire resistance.
I suppose that
Fancy
could
a
be
person
useful.
for it.
Well, yes.
Yeah,
So,
especially if this whole place is going to burn down.
then
Well,
I
I
suppose.
suppose let's talk quantity and price.
Ah, my wonderful, wonderful favorite sort of things to talk about. Well, depending on the sort of things that you're looking for, a bit higher is not necessarily a whole lot of some of them. You must understand that those sort of things are definitely a bit more limited in their supply. But, well,
Yes, but we are rather light in our supply as well, which is why we're here looking.
but I have two of these, and you see as he grabs up two potions that are definitely of a deeper and brighter color than the ones that you're normally accustomed to. Roll me Arcana.
This will go well.
You think that it's at least a greater healing potion? Well,
And
two of these.
what's the going price on those ones?
These are 150 each.
Okay. And what else might you have in store? What about the resistance to melting potion?
And you see as he kind of goes through everything and pulls up a potion, and you realize that it's green.
That doesn't look like it could prevent fire.
Roll me Arcana.
See, this is going to be where I know what it is, but Brenna may not.
That is very possible. Oh yeah, no, that looks way more like acid than fire.
And you're sure that's safe to drink?
Well, yes, it is. It's meant to help with the resistance for this sort of thing. You see, once you imbibe this solution, it helps prevent further damage from these sorts of things. I promise you, I understand. Most of the things that I make might look a little odd, but I've had many years making these sort of things, mixing them all together. It's all been wonderful. Everybody, well, you see, your friend's having a wonderful time, despite damaging so much of my glassware.
I'll flick
Yes.
a couple more gold coins on the counter.
Yes, a regular Sonic the Hedgehog over there, just bouncing her rings everywhere.
See? Fun!
I walked to the kitchen, but god damn it.
So to resist melting, how much would you charge for that?
Hmm? This is 100.
Okay. Would you happen to have any other potions in stock, or would this be the end of your stores?
Ow! 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 I've been trying something. He brings out this potion, and on the side of it, roll me perception.
I feel like I'm good at that, which means I'm going to roll horribly. Yep. I got the same thing that Mike got. Part 17, part 3.
It looks like some sort of green leaf on the label for it. And it is a potion. It seems to be this fairly thick-looking green liquid. This is something new.
A bottle of snot?
No. But if you take this, you can punch real hard.
Really?
Yep.
And what's with the leaf?
Oh, part of the ingredient list.
And since this is a trial, what do you think would be a fair cost for that?
Oh, trust me. This one, it packs a punch. For this?
Ha.
This is all benefit, darling. All benefit. For this, 100 gold.
What if I give you 475 for all 4 potions?
Eyes narrow for a moment. Yes, the exact price almost the price I've quoted you, but off by a little bit.
It's called haggling. I've heard it's the thing to do when you want things that others are selling.
I like to call it dickering
insight.
myself. Dickering.
You said insight?
Yes. They have spent far too much time in the lab. Even though they run a business, you realize that this place looks pretty nice, but not a lot of people are necessarily in here. And their eccentricities and lack of ability to necessarily read the social cue of what you're saying clues you in a bit more of what you're looking at. Well, I guess in that situation, I like round numbers. How about 5?
You know, 490 is a good round number.
How is that rounder than 5? Look at it.
5 gold.
You see as he brings up a little thing, it's 5005. Look at it. Look at the round number 500. It's half of 1,000. It's bloody beautiful.
Could I borrow your notebook and your pen?
Well, not this notebook. Here, have the chalkboard.
Fine. I draw like a really curvy 4, like almost like a C for the basin, and a really curvy 9 curling the leg up underneath, and then the 0. Like, but see how this has more curves than the 5 does. That makes it more curvy. Nice and round.
Roll me persuasion.
That's about what I expected.
Flips it back over. 500. See how nice that is? It's a beautiful number. I really love it. It's so wonderful. Have you ever seen the beauty of 1,000?
While he's talking, I set 50 platinum on the table, collect the potions, and walk away, just shaking my head like, I don't even know why I try. It's far more of a headache than it's worth. I don't understand people. This is just so weird to me.
Yup. That last one is a potion of pugilism.
I will also, as I'm walking away, cast message and just in his head say, 490 is rounder than 500.
Roll me perception. He immediately reaches for his small notepad and flips it open. And in this moment, while the connection is still there, you can hear the first part of what he's starting to write down. Previous concoction, slight difference. This time I'm hearing things. Not quite sure what this one has to pertain to. And that's where it trails off to.
The potion of pugilism gonna turn somebody into the Hulk?
It's Popeye.
Oh.
It's
It's a can of
spinach.
spinach.
It's
Oh.
But literally what it does is it gives your unarmed strike 1d6 force damage for 10 minutes.
I like it.
It packs a punch, like he said.
So I say whichever one of our druids prefers to wild shape and enter combat that way, would that potion carry over into wild shape?
I'll allow it.
This may be interesting. And you said the potions are greater?
Yes.
Okay. I know that Ukrad and Halbrod were off doing their own thing, but when we meet up, I'm going to give each of them a greater since there are melees. So Halbrod and Ukrad, if you want to add a greater healing potion to your inventory.
Aww.
So how many potions you say?
You get a greater and Ukrad gets a greater. And then I'm not quite sure what to do with the acid resistance right now.
Yeah, you got it.
I think it's probably going to be like a situation. So keep it for now and we'll see when it comes up. Maybe.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. And 500 gold down on potions, 50 gold down on potion ingredients, and I still have more coin than my house is worth.
Like, I don't know what to do. I don't know if it's enough, but I don't know what to do. So, speaking of the other two, what were you trying to shop for in this?
I think
Armor.
I was gonna lead Ukrad to, I believe it was Mavel or Mavel, who
Boom.
was the blacksmith.
That's right. Mavel, who you saw at the ball, actually.
Oh.
Roll me perception checks as you enter Mavel's place.
Don't mind me as I refresh the page. Perception, because, with a -1. Okay, shouldn't have refreshed the page.
As you enter, you see what looks like somebody kind of walking into the back area of the forge. And then it's just Mavel in the front of it, taking care of everything. Hi, so what can I help you with?
Hi. We are looking to reinforce our armor a little bit. Get something a bit more upscale. Maybe some plate, if you have any on hand.
Aye. My boy's been working on some plate for a minute now. I think we've got a few, depending on what you're looking for, but, what type of things are we speaking specifically?
Something, well, a bit more resilient than this, as I kind of like tug at the chainmail, but that still allows us to, at least for myself, it still allows some movement during combat. I don't know, Ukrad, if you wanted something more, bulky, maybe.
I don't know. I'll just see what you got. I like my
Well,
armor heavy.
I've got 5 breastplates, 4 splint mail, 2 half plate, and 1 plate. So, how can I be helping you with this?
Okay. I'm looking at different armors. See which one is more advantageous.
How much are you really willing to spend?
Anything that will keep me alive.
With being a fighter, that's also a question of money and dex.
Yeah, which with plate, Dex does not even come into play at all.
Well, with none of the heavy.
Yeah. Splint would be a bit of an upgrade. Plate would also be good. But she's only got 1 plate, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we were each given 100 platinum, right?
Correct.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. So I can't afford plate mail either way.
This is where...
Wait, how much is plate?
1,500. Well, at least what I'm looking at.
Correct.
On the
Oh.
Or not DMG. You know what I mean.
Player's
The book with
handbook.
the number.
Correct. Plate is 1,500. You've been given some money progressively as it's gone through, but this was a large dump of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have my gold amount at 78, other than the 100 platinum.
And
Okay.
druids can't use plate, right?
No.
How much does he need for plate?
I would need another 50 platinum. So half of
Hi.
your.
Hi. Here's 50 platinum.
Oh, thanks! This little bird just flew in and gave me 50 more platinum.
I have no concept of money. Can't use your plate, so have fun.
I will take a set of plate then.
You also owe me 50 platinum
That's fine.
for the mushroom mafia.
Or at least 50 platinum worth of mushroom.
Which is an interesting
So-
concept since the mushrooms make you angry.
It is. But they make me angry in a good way.
You owe us.
So far. Did you have a question there, Halbrad?
Yeah. I was wondering, I have Smith's tools.
Uh-huh.
How much would it cost to have the materials to make plate?
750.
Like, to make a suit of plate armor. Okay.
plus
But it
like
would-
80 hours of work.
Yeah, that's where it comes in. Like, it's going to take you a while to make it. But yeah, that works.
So, if I was to buy half plate
Mhm.
and materials, would that reduce the cost and time? Because I would have half of it, pretty much. Because it says that it consists of shaped metal plates that cover most of the wearer's body, but does not include leg protections beyond simple greaves. So I'd be basically looking into like forging some greaves and other of the missing parts to make a full plate, right?
I mean, a bit more. So,
Because I'm looking at it, half plate is 750. So I'm trying to see like what would be more cost efficient between getting the materials, which would be 750, or
if you
the
wanted
cost
to do
and
it
time
that way,
efficient.
what I would essentially allow you to do is it would cost you 1,000 gold, but you would be able to wear the half plate while you were working on building it towards the plate.
Okay. It would put me at 16 AC still, which is what I have with my chainmail.
Yeah, temporarily you'd be there while you are able to tick off hours during long rests, or if you guys spend a full day, you can knock out quite a bit, but you'll be slowly working that meter towards having actual plate.
If we're not proficient in the tool set needed, are we able to still like help?
Not really.
I probably would rule the same thing. I just thought.
Yeah, because there's so many tool usage, and I want to make that is where I have to make the artificers in the other campaign kind of have even more of a coolness to them once you eventually would meet them.
Would this lady have a longbow +1?
Oh, you trying to get some of that fancy stuff? I'm not sure something quite that fancied up something I can do quite.
Okay.
You have anything back of by chance?
Yeah, I think you're cutting out there some.
Ah, get that. One sec.
Yep.
Oh, hi, I'm back. Yeah, I was asking, do you have anything in the
Hello.
back of the shop by chance?
Her eyes kind of narrow for a moment. What should be meaning by back of shop?
Do you have any interesting mushrooms?
No.
Not that.
Just
but I
some.
will like quote unquote subtly flash the pouch with the mayor's symbol on it. Anything, kind of out of the ordinary?
My son is the one that works on things back there. I think you saw him before. He
I
had
think so when I came by last.
bright armor and dark skin. And he's been left hiding here this entire time because that little princess had to make such a mess.
Well, okay. Little thing about that. Her father's poisoning her because she talks to non-elves, so I wouldn't say it's really her fault. but I'm also not making excuses.
Roll me persuasion with
Simply giving
advantage.
you all the facts. Oh, thank fuck.
I
I just knew my son didn't do anything.
Oh yeah, no. Like we know what happened. Look, I'm gonna be upfront with you. We can't really disclose all the details right now, but we are going to be working on something which is going to pull the attention of Mr. What's his Mr. Larangar, most likely away from your son for a bit.
She kind of looks at you narrow-eyed for a moment and then
I get
seems
the
to
distrust.
be
I get it.
searching around for a moment. I'm trying to find the stats for something.
Trust me, we don't like Larangar any more than you do. We really don't. So we're gonna take his eyes off your son and towards other things.
Trying to figure out. I don't know. Well, give me a moment. I'm trying to find a specific stat here. I gotta find what book this is in, I guess. That's the fun of homebrew. It's like, what book was that in? Like, I thought it was in this book. Nope, it's not in this book. I just want... I mean, I don't even know if it fits into that category. I just want... Let's go this way. Will this help? That's not quite it, but that is in the right direction. Gosh, do they just not have anything like that really anymore? That sucks. Oh well. I am not going to worry about it in this exact moment. But I'm going to make it much simpler. Just going to put down a handful of beads. But they seem to be glowing.
What do these do?
With a closer inspection, the beads seem to be connected on some sort of necklace. This...
You can't see, but Grim's face just lit up.
Grim likes speed. Wink, wink.
Those ones, yes.
As
Right.
3 beads on a necklace are placed. I was just like, if that son of a bitch is the one who's doing it, I tried to put it on my boy. And maybe you need to break into something. And maybe this helps you get in.
That is most gracious. Thank you very much. How much do I owe you for this?
Are you getting the armor?
Well, I know Ukrad is getting the plate. I think I'll be getting some half plate myself and a bit of materials. I, of course, nowhere near your skill, but I kind of fancy myself a bit of a smith myself, and I'll try my hand at making some on the road.
Aye. All right. It sounds like you owe me 1,500 for that. 1,000 for that. And bringing that fucker to justice.
We do like some justice.
Indeed.
Now the interesting situation you've been placed in for what you want to do. We want him on our side. Oh, we just told that person that, yeah, their son was being blamed for this.
We want him on our side. We want him on our side. Or we could. No, we want him on our side.
You're the one talking about a knight's honor, and you just told this lady you were going to help bring justice so her son doesn't get blamed.
Yep.
She handed you these 3 beads.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So the theme of this group is make promises you can't keep. Or won't keep.
We gave you 3 beads, and what did you do with them?
Blew up an elf.
Oh, I love so much of it.
Maybe we get his help, and then we give him the beads after the celebration and tell him they're for the bedroom.
His
What?
His help?
Hmm.
Him?
The son?
Sorry, I meant him.
Mavel.
His Infernal Majesty.
The... Oh, him.
Yeah, it's a sex
Yes.
joke.
Sorry. Him.
Yes.
So, you've gone shopping. I believe that you are affixing 2 runes to a shield.
Indeed.
So, that's going to be a proficient tools check.
Would it be Tinker or Smith?
Smithing tools, yes. But the game is terrible about telling you what that really means.
You need a tinker, a smith, also a tailor, and a soldier, and a spy.
Well, I am proficient with Weaver's tools, but I don't have a set on me.
I do. Do you want to borrow mine?
Sure.
Well, in this
Please.
moment,
Let me see what else I got on me.
you're going to make me a proficient... You know what? I'm going to be nice in this one and give you a proficient strength since it is smithing tools.
I've got
Okay.
weavers and leather makers tools, so
I'm gonna roll athletics because it's the only proficient.
Yeah,
strength
I'm
I
okay
have.
with it.
Don't fuck me.
Just don't roll terrible. Hey, you didn't roll terrible.
Yeah,
Yay!
I rolled. It could have been 40 or 15, but it's not bad.
You didn't roll terrible. I think I have a pretty good idea about what it is that you're trying to attain with this. So I, between this session and next session, will create a an ability for this with you in the side then there, Ukrod. And usually I'll create 2 options and give you your pick, or ask you if you have a better idea with those as examples. Because it's just translating into actual game mechanics.
Yeah.
But
I certainly have some ideas, but we'll see how that works out.
I believe that means that you were trying to go approach some people.
Well, we were gonna go see Mr. Kitsune, I think.
Cue Staccato and Fugue in D minor. Alexa, play Exposito. As you approach through the Elvish district, you run into a more dilapidated home. Its creepy, angular eyes seem to almost beckon to you from outside. And the wind that carries through its gateways seems to almost moan beckoningly at you.
Well,
You see the large, ill-repaired oaken door staring at you with its large, heavy iron ring waiting to be lifted.
knock, knock, knock.
With a resounding echo, the pounds of the iron ring can be heard echoing through this house. You hear the quick sounds of footsteps, and the door flies open. Oh, thank God it's you guys. I thought you'd forgot about me. I don't know how much longer I can do this.
Hello.
Leave. Stop. No.
What?
Bad leaf.
It's because I didn't lock all the windows. No,
The
you do
windows
not
open.
want to do that.
The window is open.
No, it wasn't. I'm sorry I didn't lock all of them.
I'm the one that was unlocked, okay?
Yeah, you did. You went around and found them until you found ones that I had forgotten to lock. My bad. There are
You know
other
you-
layers. There are other layers. This is
You
more of
know
a
it-
crawl situation.
You know what you accepted when you brought me into this campaign.
And that is why I meant for all of those to be locked.
We'll find any others you did not unlock.
But the door opens.
This is either a fine lesson in respecting boundaries or a fine lesson in making a new character.
I mean, it he's literally wandering through rooms that potentially have monsters on the other layers and traps and everything. By himself in a room 3 rooms away. So
Not my fault no one's keeping a track of Leaf.
Immortality has its flaws.
there's just a bright flash. The
Does
house
it?
is destroyed.
We're gonna put Leaf on a leash at this point.
Right? Right.
Not another fire.
But no, the Christopher Lloyd-like hair Great Scots opens the door, looking at you all wild eyes. He's like, I thought you'd forgotten about me!
So as soon as he opens the door, he opens it to Halbauer, just sneaking one of the biscuits to Buddy, like under his armor. Like, hi. Well, we're here to help.
Yes.
Can I say that when I made breakfast, I made more biscuits, or no?
Yeah, no, we can do that. Actually, roll it this time.
Let me check what it is. But you said the thing you were saying
Yeah, I
before I
pinned it.
interrupted you. Well, I did that.
Please, please, come inside.
Don't mind if we do. I tried to come in through a side window, but I was not allowed.
Should I roll for HP for the previous biscuits? Like the one that I just gave Buddy?
Yeah.
Okay,
Terrible
that's not
roll.
bad, not bad. Alright. It's got
Alright.
a decent amount of HP now.
Please don't open any doors within this room. I'm just waiting
So,
as everyone moves inside.
so you mentioned that you thought you were being haunted?
And as you're in this foyer kind of entryway, you can see as he's looking up almost the entire time at kind of the rafters. And he just keeps kind of glancing sideways this way and that, darting eyes. Yes, it's been some time. It doesn't always let me leave. But it haunts me. It haunts me. I can't do anything about it.
Okay. Is it just a bit anywhere? Is there any specific locations we should pay attention to?
It seems to be coming from the attic, but I haven't been able to go there.
Okay. Is it because you physically can't? Is it like stopping you from going there?
The last time I went there, it tried to eat me. When I
Okay.
was younger, there was something there, but it cursed me. Now it hungers.
Is it okay? Because it haunts you. Do you think it? Did you see it? What did it look like? Was it?
I
did it
would
go
like
through walls?
every single person to roll me a charisma saving throw.
All of us.
Every single person to roll me
Even
a
Brenna?
charisma saving throw.
Okay.
Oh, Brennan and I are twins.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, Casio.
Oh,
Damn it.
Quad says someone
You need to
rolled
sober
for him
before you
a
roll.
0. Who wants to roll for
Not
Uquad?
Acasio Sanguine Dredge.
Damn it, stop following me inside.
All of a sudden, a
I don't think we had a
flash
choice.
occurs and the door slams shut. Halbrand and Bo find yourselves standing outside of the door, which seems a little peculiar.
Damn it,
Huh?
Bo. I thought
And
you were
everyone
fine.
else finds yourself in the foyer. And
Huh?
as the door slams shut, he seems to all of a sudden cower over and he's like, "Oh no! It's found you! It's found you! It means it knows that I'm here and I can't move. I can't move."
And turn to Bo and like, that just happened, right?
That would be for Ukrod.
Yeah, but ooh, what was it?
I'm gonna try to knock on the door again.
For you,
Am I able to get close to the door and knock on it?
as you kind of reach to knock on it, the ring seems to knock, but it's almost like it's knocking on brick.
Oh, no.
That's that's weird.
Damn it, Halbrod. You're supposed to have her back.
Can I try to open the door?
Sure. Roll me a charisma save.
Can we try to open the door from the inside?
I'm gonna look at Bo and shrug and try and open the door.
On the
Whoops.
inside, there is no door.
Where's Sasha? Where's the best boy?
I'll put him on there.
How about literally just like looks at Bo, shrugs, tries to open the door. Whoop!
It's gone.
Magically.
And all of a sudden, you're next to the cowering form of the guy that you sound before. He's like, "It knows that you're here! It knows!"
I again. What's that?
Hello.
How did you get in here? There's no door.
I opened it and I turn around and the door.
Halbrod grades doors.
I don't know. I tried to knock and I tried to turn the knob, but now I'm here.
I want to point in the direction of the door and try to send a message to Bo and have them try the door.
So, does message work if you're on a different plane of existence?
Well, that sounds like an answer I should know, but I don't.
The spell should tell you.
I think it's within range that you're pointing. I believe in that
You point
situation.
toward
I want to say
a creature within
sending
range.
works.
Yeah,
Sending works.
Yes.
Within different
Yeah,
planes.
within range and whisper a message, and the range
Yeah,
is 100.
but
AC.
not message. So when you do message, static. Actually,
Yes.
when you
yes.
try and do message, roll me another charisma saving throw.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
How many times do I have to fail this, old man?
Brenna stops, frozen in place. I'll be right back.
No. Can I go with?
As you reach out to try and send a message to Bo, you hear static at first, and then you find yourself in what looks like a destroyed city. In fact, it looks like the destroyed city that you were looking over with Leaf before. But this time, you're in the alleyways, in the city. And you see this form of a plate-clad elven warrior run by with a troop of less fancily dressed warriors, bloody, but charging forward a group of demons that seem to have tentacles for beards. And you watch as one of them fails. Some of them seem to get wounded. But this fantastic gentleman seems to help lead them through it all with long, flowing white hair. And
Does
then
this fantastic gentleman happen to look like our current host?
a little bit. And then you hear a whisper. What's your goal, soldier? And it ends.
Like the whole thing ends, I'm back in the hallway.
Yup.
Interesting. And do I have like the freedom to move again?
Yeah, once you snap out of it, you're going to snap out of it because you're not getting the nosebleeds anymore. And, yeah, you're trapped in a haunted house now, so...
Cool. Awesome. Great. Wonderful.
Yeah. They have stats for haunted houses now. Did you know that?
No, that sounds horrifyingly awesome.
Yeah. Whenever you're not here, after, probably next week, look up Haunting Revenant.
I'll have to do that.
Oh yeah, Revenant. There's not just the like guy Revenant. That's the basic kind. Oh yeah, full haunted houses now. But yeah, I'm gonna put you back into the group now with that wonderful little thing that you've seen.
Awesome.
So yeah, all of a sudden, Britta snaps back to it.
Brenna?
You almost see Brenna fall to her knees as the tension leaves her body.
Brenna, this is some bullshit. You follow me on journeys of the mind, and I can't join you?
I haven't telepathically bonded to anyone yet today. I usually have a bond with you.
This is some bullshit.
Well, I saw the city again, and I saw, and I'll point to our host, kind of him leading the charge against a demon army.
Our crazy host that sees ghosts?
It looked very similar to him, and the demons were like, I don't know, they had these fantastically beautiful tentacle beards, and uh, he was like incredibly brave and valiant and charging the demons.
Amazing. Come, find this, sit in this chair in this unlocked room that I found.
Will you stop touching things?
But there was this unlocked room. Come here.
So, in that moment, in all of this, as Bo can
Here.
only hear muffled screams from inside, what are you doing?
What was the description of like what Bo saw when Halbrad tried the door? Like, did he just like pop out of existence?
It
there
was like you
like-
blinked and he was gone.
Man.
The weather's fine.
Some of those things are like, I don't know if I want to touch that door. But I don't want to be alone out here. I don't want to leave Sasha behind, so I'm going to pick him up so that he's in my arms, so that if I touch the door, he comes with me. I heard though muffled screams.
Yeah, because that guy is freaking out in there.
Okay, so I tried the door.
Roll me a Christmas saving throw. Ah, that is not what I wanted. Okay. Move them. Don't try and change their side.
Just be like, oh, whoever you guys are.
Oh, hi.
Gonna put Sasha down so he can move his own well. So what's the deal?
Well, Brea just had another vision. And,
Without me?
yeah, we're kind of, we're kind of here. This is basically where we're at. So I guess, should we just try to go for the attic? Should we investigate the house? What do you all think? Spread out and look for clues?
I mean, I think we should probably stay together and try to search the house.
That sounds smarter.
I'm gonna reach out with my mind to Leaf, and I'll do Ukrad this time, and we can communicate for 5 hours telepathically.
Okay.
Hey, Brenna. How's it going?
You know, starting to freak out a little bit.
Why are you freaking out?
A house just sucked us in and sealed the walls, and now I'm getting visions.
Well, the house thing's weird, but visions are normal, right?
I just want to clarify this is a psychic conversation right now, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Great.
Yeah.
We're just watching you two stare at each
Visions
other.
are normal.
No,
Yes,
no,
and
no,
this
no.
one we also have to be on the same plane and within 1 mile of each other.
Mm-hmm. And you are now.
Anybody want a thumb wrestle?
You.
The two of you.
Sasha a biscuit.
The two of you having this psychic conversation, all of a sudden, while this is kind of going on, hear almost like somebody's whispering over your right soldier, or right over your right shoulder into your ear. What's your mission, soldier?
I don't think this line is secure, Brenna.
Does Ukrad hear that, or since he hasn't spoken, is it silence for him?
No, I'll say that Ukrad hears that, but it sounds more like it's in the other room.
I think I'll say that part out loud. I will let the group know that as soon as we had a psychic conversation, we were starting to hear voices.
Me or you?
We.
Both of us.
Mm-hmm. The two of you both got it over your right ear, just like, what's your mission, soldier?
I think that's you. I'm just getting some feedback.
Okay. So, I think let's clear this floor and then we move up. I'm gonna pull out my greatsword and go to this door over here.
Come on, Halbrad. There's a nice sitting room over here.
I think it's probably prudent if we all move together.
Leaf totally did not go off on his own.
Mm-hmm. Let's put you in the right spot.
Damn it.
Hey, Alfilin, you're very scared right now. Has this this thing that's been haunting you, has it ever tried to trap the doors or things like that?
Each time I failed, it got stronger. It got angrier. I failed every time. I couldn't appease it. And now it will end us all. No more. No more Kaisune. No more family. No more house.
Okay, well, we're gonna try and make sure that doesn't happen. Doors, though, never attacked you or anything? Never blew up in your face?
He looks up at you with bloodshot eyes. I told you. It doesn't always let me out.
Okay, but it lets you move around the house, right?
Yes. But sometimes the rooms are not what they're supposed to be. What you find on the other side of the doors is not always what it seems.
Okay. I'm gonna cast light on my sword. Because last time it worked. So maybe it works again this time. Who knows? So 20-foot bright light, 20-foot dim light on top of that. And I'm gonna take what he said as doors are not trapped, and I'm gonna try and open the door that's here and kind of roll into the room.
All right.
I'll make some room for others to come in as well.
There is a nice couch in there.
It seems to be a fairly wrecked sitting room. What normally would have been a fairly nice area for a family to gather over what appears to be a large mantle with what you can see is a picture of the city in almost its most pristine form, as it probably appeared right after the mayor described his family rebuilding it. Does everybody move into the room? I'm gonna fucking lock these doors, I swear to fucking God, Leaf.
I'm sorry. It's the
Doesn't
I'm gonna
sound like
force
you
you to
are.
go in order.
If the door's unlocked, I'll wander in.
Yes, but you're going through a haunted house, and I'm going to make you trigger a million things.
I'm willing to accept the consequences. Are you?
It's dramatic reveal moments.
Okay, fine. They went in the right room. Better?
I just want to do each of these at a time, as people do it. That's why I'm asking what room you're opening, and if you're looking in something before you go in. I've described this room.
You know you're free to use magic to pull me back into a room that I'm not supposed to be from.
That's why I've started locking.
He's just a little guy trying to find his independence.
I'm like you, Mike. I just get distracted and just wander around.
Yeah. I we're the girl who tries to open every single door in the Goodyear World HQ when we walk by. He's very autistic, too.
Wait, I'm autistic? What? No one told me. You guys suck.
Tell you what,
Survey
Vance told me. We
says-
thought you knew.
No. I'm normal. Everyone else is just weird.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Do you smell any ghosts, Sasha?
This place smell old.
Yeah, it's kind of musty in here.
I'm sorry, I put on deodorant.
As the last of you enter the room, all of a sudden the visuals seem to change. The room around you shifts into almost a kaleidoscope of ink and that okami kind of calligraphy as everything seems to blur. And then you see yourselves in the center of town. Except for this town is glowing. There seems to be magic everywhere. The lights, the streets are literally lined with runes. And you turn and you look at this odd majesty that you thought you'd only really seen in the mayor's mansion when you were there. But now you see it displayed throughout the entirety of the city here. And then as you're kind of wondering at this almost open show of technology and magic, there's a flash. And after the flash comes a roar and screaming. And you can see as people are running towards you. And as they're running, you're almost compelled forward through their masses. And as they're running, you see this majestic, white-haired individual wearing plate armor, holding a glowing sword.
Alvarad, is that you?
No, this man's an
I'm not
elf.
that old.
This man seems to be elven, and you realize in this moment that everyone that you've seen has been elven. Every person, every child, every crone, mother, everyone has been elven. That's not like how it's been in your modern day. There's no division.
Yeah.
This place isn't that deep.
Sorry, Halbarad, your kind is not welcome here.
And you see as this man kind of yells, "Follow me, men! I will lead the way!" And shouts, you can hear the great roar of voices. But then everything kind of goes dark. But as it goes dark, this man still seems to glow And then the darkness seems to be the only thing surrounding him. And it just freezes in frame for a moment. And then you find yourselves back in the room again.
I think maybe that was our host.
That was you.
I don't even have white hair, and I'm human.
No,
Have some white hairs. See? This one and this one and this one.
but it did bear at least a little bit of resemblance to the quivering man in the front foyer.
Pretty sure that was, I guess, either our host or maybe a parent of his.
A great. It's been a few generations. By elven kind, it's still been about 10 generations since the war here.
Oh, that's nothing.
Not when you're remembered in each one of them with a different face. No, I'm sure.
But
Yeah, 4,000 years is nothing.
4.
when 4,000 years old you are.
I'm talking 10. Maybe at this point 9. 9,000 years.
9.
9. 9,000 years, yeah.
9.
But yeah, it's been a while. But no, this would have been 10,000 because you're seeing the moment the attack started there. I believe some of you have seen some different perspectives there. I think that is where we'll end because we're definitely a bit over.
No, we're not.